Welcome back to Beyond Words. If you ever want to be around thousands of warriors without actually being in a war, there's a festival that happens every year in North Vancouver. Under the volcano. We were there where we filmed the legendary Ward Churchill and also a rap group from Iraq that had a lot to say about their war-torn country.
I'm stuck living this genocide, spent pen by my deathbed, sentence lives like novelists, my eternal apocalypse, affirm my resurgence from disease learning, the breeze burning, my insides tired, old earth yearning for answers, low scope for cancer, throws, falls and tangies, they driven by fear, flow out my coma, sleep and live in my tears.
Well, our crew's called Euphrates based on the river that was the lifeline in Iraq, and basically what we chose as a project is whenever we drop an album under that moniker, we want to sort of flow the life of thought back into our people who haven't had the ability to do so for the past couple of decades.
Shaking, why do we behave in ways to display an awakened beings, convey disgrace to the sacred scene? Pull my hand as this song, this man vision, breath slowly descending in step that said that solely. Holding my infants in heaven that would have existed if skies would reach, switch stance and look past the wristwatch, this drive to hold the wrath of Hammurabi. Ancient Babylonians, rotten bodies, bought known for leaders on podiums, interfering you from hearing truth and controlling petroleum. It's all in their pockets, profits and marks, it's the loss of your optics. My clocktics, but remorse isn't profitable for Marxists, not communists. To be democratic, my character would be found in Section 8 of the demographics description.
Iraq's been in turmoil forever, you know? I don't know what to think. I'm grateful that my family came out of it safely. I can't really judge because I've never really experienced, but I know it's not easy. And I'm happy Saddam's gone, to tell you the truth, and his sons are gone as well, and the whole system. But I just hope for a better future for them.
Over the slave, I'm standing beneath all that I've saved, lost in the graves. All we cared for was family and the law, metaphoric and names you gave us. Saddam, 2 wars, polycorps and the plagues, call it a race.
What was done to the people here when this country was first established, it is a form of mental and physical rape to a people's cultural heritage. So of course we do feel that in the sense that that's what has occurred to our country at a slower process for the past 40 years through a puppet who was Saddam Hussein. So I do empathize with the actual plight of regaining one's cultural ability to spread truth or wisdom towards what their system is or how they want to live, you know what I mean? So definitely I do, especially in Canada, man, a lot of wrongdoing was done when this place was established, and it needs to definitely be recognized, and the people who are the natives and who are the true heritage of this nation need to be respected for what they stand for. It's not Canada, you know what I mean?
South America, Africa, everybody, we all one, this right here is peace. I want you to all scream as loud as you can in one. Let the earth hear you back. Scream for me. Let's do this together. Peace and one love, Vancouver. This is Euphrates.
Yourselves from mental slavery, none but ourselves can free our minds. Oh, have no fear for atomic energy, cause none of them can stop these times.
And if we oppose globalization and all it signifies, we have to understand what it is that makes it possible. We can fight it in the hinterland, we can profess solidarity with people in opposition to its ravages out there somewhere, all we want, but the belly of the beast is where we are.
How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Yes, some say it's just a part of it.
We can take it back to about the time a lost Italian seaman washed up on a shore in the Caribbean half a world away from where he thought he was, and has been known in this society as a great navigator ever since. And on the basis of that mistaken landfall, unleashed a process of conquest and colonization unparalleled in the history of humanity.
Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs.
Every square inch that is returned to native control, to native sovereign control, is 1 inch left they have of consolidated territory to base their power projection upon. Ultimately, if that process were complete, they would have no basis, either materially in terms of territory or materially in terms of resources, in order to conduct themselves in the world elsewhere the way they do now. You say that that is privileging Native rights, perhaps, beyond the rights of others. You say, I am opposed to sexism as a first priority. You say, I am opposed to ageism as a first priority. In the restoration of territory to Native rights, you place things back under Native governance in accordance with Native tradition, and we were not ageist, we were not sexist, we were not classist. None of these isms and ologies pertain.
All I ever had, redemption songs, these songs of freedom, these songs of freedom.
We are going right to the nerve center of what makes the thing function, and it will not stop functioning painlessly. It will resist. There's not a legal action you can take. You can't go into the court of the conqueror and have the conqueror announce the conquest to be illegitimate and to be repealed. You cannot vote in an alternative. You cannot hold a prayer vigil. You cannot have the right folk song. You cannot have the right fashion statement. You cannot adopt a different diet, build a better bike path.
Part of being a warrior is knowing who the real enemy is. Sometimes it's inside yourself. Just be good to each other, and join us next time as we take you beyond words.
So when we approach it to our culture and our art, see, that addresses the reality of who we are. Whether we like what we see or don't like what we see, when we express our realities to the world through our culture and our art, see, it's stronger.
Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
We're hard pressed as young people to find some hope, you know, and I guess that's the kind of message that we should leave with here tonight, is that we should leave here with a message of hope.
Para Leonard Peltier. Gracias.